Bieberchella just happened. Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm Father Mark Mary with the Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. A lot of you know this. There's a big concert that happens every year called Coachella, which was coined this year Bieberchella because of the performance and the sort of the way in which it overwhelmed sort of the whole experience by Mr. Justin Bieber. And you know, first, I'm a Franciscan. I also run and have run social media and media for the Friars for a number of years. So I have some sense of what's going on out there. I certainly didn't watch the whole thing, but there was a clip that was kind of showing up everywhere. And it's him playing a song of a home recording of when he was very young, singing a song, and him singing along with himself. And there's this beautiful moment where he kind of turns his back on the whole crowd and he's looking at the big projector and he's looking at himself and he's singing. And what I imagine happening, or the art portraying, and I don't know what really happened for Justin, is this idea of looking at himself and looking at young him and kind of being delighted in the innocence and the youthfulness and the talent, looking fondly upon younger him. But then there's also this part of just seeing how young and innocent he is and what his life's going to become, and how there's just no way that this young man has been prepared for the fame, for the demands on his time, for the access he's going to have to all sorts of not good things, including temptation, right? The publicness of it.
I just gotta say I'm so proud, because I've seen a lot of the things you've gone through. I have. I've seen you at times where it wasn't always beautiful, but you fought through it.
And you kind of hope, there's this movement of delighting in himself, but also of profound compassion towards himself and what he was going to go through. And potentially some forgiveness and some mercy for some of the mistakes that would be made. Kind of going with also how was he supposed to know what to do in these different situations? And so I think it just really beautifully captures this moment in a profound way. And I hope that does encourage many people to make this journey. And so I think there's two parts to this that I want to highlight. I think it's profoundly helpful for us to look back at our younger selves. And this is something you can do kind of in thinking about it. You can journal it. These days, you can literally maybe go back and look at some pictures of yourself or some old videos of yourself. And to kind of go through the same movement of delight. Seeing the youthfulness, seeing the joy, seeing the giftedness, delighting in the successes that would come. But also being moved to compassion, because there's all sorts of difficult things that happen to so many of us that we're just not equipped for. And then often we respond, in ways which weren't helpful and were hurtful to others and to ourselves. And so we can make this movement of forgiveness to ourselves as well. But also, this is a journey that we can make with Jesus. And I think this is so important and so beautiful, is to with Jesus look at these pictures, to with Jesus go back to these memories, and to with Jesus look at younger you. And this is something we touched about a long time ago, a couple of Lent ago, with this image of the Good Samaritan, right? The Good Samaritan, he finds this man beat up on the side of the road. And I really feel so many of us, this is just we've been beat up by life. And we're on the side of the road, right? And then Jesus comes to us. And I believe part of the healing is Jesus saying to us, these difficult things that happened, they were never supposed to happen. It's not your fault. And you were never supposed to know how to deal with it, to navigate it, right? And so we can kind of go with Jesus and have him again speak these words to our 6-year-old self, 7-year-old self, 8-year-old self, whatever age, And then I'd ask you as well, just to like ask these questions of Jesus, like as you look at younger you with him. And again, I think finding some old pictures would be really great. Like Jesus, what do you see? Like when you look at me, like what do you see? You know, and allow him to speak into that, particularly like his delight in you, in the way in which he like loves you, right? And then also ask this question, like Jesus, like what's your heart? What's your heart for me when I'm 6 or 7 or 8? And to experience like the movement, the investment, the compassion. We also can like move with that to today. Where it's, okay, now Jesus, like as you look at me today, like what do you see? And allow him to like bless you, like with his love for you. And Jesus today, like as you look at me, like what's your heart for me now? Again, I'm like experience the same heart that he had for you at 5, 6, whatever it is, to allow that same heart to love you and to kind of go to you today. And so I'm very grateful for this still young man, Justin Bieber, the journey he's been on and the ways in which, you know, it seems like the Lord has pursued him and his heart. And of course, the journey continues in a lot of ways. And I'm grateful that we kind of all had this sort of moment that was so kind of public to see him like artistically go through this a little bit, you know. And I hope that it inspires and encourages many of us to make this similar journey of looking back at our younger selves, being moved to sort of compassion, to some sort of healing and forgiveness there. But even more importantly, to doing this with Jesus, to allowing him to kind of visit with us, our younger self, and then allowing that same love, the same sort of loving gaze, the same heart to be with us and to look upon us and to love us today. So friends, I'm grateful for you listening and watching, and I look forward to being with you again next week. Remember, we are pilgrims on this earth, somos peregrinos poco a poco. Little by little, vamos a llegar. We're going to make it. Bye, y'all.